What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm super excited to be bringing you guys a team that I haven't shown in a long time. This is a recreation of the team that I top cut San Jose Regionals all the way back in 2017 with. That's the start of Sun and Moon. This was the team that I've talked a little bit about. Used 3 different Z moves. I used a Fairium Z on my Tapu Koko. I used a Psychium Z on my Raichu, and I used a Groundium Z on my Garchomp. The Lele still had the Life Orb, the Butterfree still had the Sash, the Gyarados still had the Choice Scarf. It was a super cool team for its time. It actually broke a lot of records. It was the only team that has ever used 3 different Z moves in a team and used all 3 on stream. And, we had a lot of really cool tech. We had, like, the Fling, King's Rock, Raichu. We had the Butterfree that paired super well with the Earthquaking Garchomp and Gyarados. And overall, I just really loved this team. This is probably one of, if not my favorite team that I've ever made. It uses some of my favorite Pokemon. You know I love Raichu. You know I love Butterfree. Gyarados and Garchomp are some of my favorites. And the double Tapu action works really, really good with this team. You would think that, like, the Tapu Koko and the Butterfree don't really go that well together because Koko sets the electric train for Butterfree. But other than that, it's actually just like there's so much synergy. You can go Koko Raichu, you can go Lele Raichu. If I were just the lead Raichu and any of the Tapus, you always have to respect my ability to go for like really, really big Psychium Zs if I wanted to go with the Lele, or just really, really big electric attacks if I paired with Koko. You gotta respect the fake outs, the flings, things like that. So hopefully this team still can hold up in the Sword and Shield meta. I think Dynamax completely changes how this team plays just because it doesn't really pack the biggest punch. If anything, it goes for like cheeky, like steal the KOs. Like the Koko has like a, like Grass Knot or something. So maybe we'll be able to get like a Grass Knot KO. The Raichu has like fake out and fling plays. Those aren't that great if, things are Dynamaxing on us. And the Lele is rocking the super old school set of Protect, Taunt, Moonblast, Psychic, which was the exact set that I ran back in the day because it was great at stopping Trick Room. But, like, that's not really enough to keep up with the Sword and Shield meta. And, like, Scarf Gyarados, that's great for stealing KOs on other Kokos. But if things are Dynamaxing, it becomes a little bit hard. So, wish me luck here. As always, let me know if there's any Pokemon you want to see me use in future videos. I'm always down to take requests from you guys. And other than that, let's get right on into the battles. Let's go win some games. Here we go. Alright, going into our very first game, we see Lycanroc Quagsire. Yo, I'm so happy I got Grass Knot on this Koko. We see Grimmsnarl, which is going to be a major pain. We see a little bit of Moltres, Comfey, and last but not least, some Heatran. Actually, this is a pretty cool matchup for this team. Like, our team is super old, all the way from 2017, but we have Earthquakes, we have Fairy types, we have some Grass attacks if we need it. I think we're going to be okay. We just have to lead correctly. I really got to watch out for what that Grimmsnarl is going to be packing. I really got to not automatically lose to a Moltres. So I actually think I'm just going to go Butterfree, and I think I'm just going to Sleep Powder the Moltres. I don't really have like a ton of ways to get like speed control. I could have, if I had Electro in this Koko, I could go Electro, but I don't. I think I'm just going to lead. Oh, I can't lead Koko Butterfree though. Because like that's the thing. Koko Butter is the team. But they turn each other off. So I guess we'll just lead Garchomp, I guess. Because Garchomp's super good at checking the things that would check the Butterfree. I think we're going to be able to bring Gyarados this game for sure. And I am thinking that, yeah, it's looking like Koko will be the last Mon in the back. Just because it has good moves against a lot of those Mons, even the Quagsire. So I think it's going to be Koko in the last slot. Let's lock and load, loading up Koko Butter. Like I talked about a little bit earlier, this was a team that I made for San Jose Regionals in January of 2017. So this was the very first format of Sun and Moon. Z moves were huge. This team actually used 3 Z moves. It's the only team to ever play on an official TPCI stream, have 3 different Z moves on a team, and use all 3 over the course of the match. It's the only team to ever do that throughout the history of that game. Garchomp time. Garchomp. But this guy's disrespecting my Garchomp. I hope I didn't see an air balloon. I wasn't paying attention. But like, yo, I don't even know if I actually need to use. I think I will still just like Sleep Powder the Heatran slot in case it is Sugar Berry. There also could be a Sash on the Lycanroc. Those are both options. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. Yo, it's time. Let's bust it out. And we would outspeed the Heatran probably. There's the Protect Heatran. Cool. He's probably just going for like an Accelerock or like a Rock Slide or something. Let's see it. Accelerock, there it is. We don't want to switch to the Butterfree just yet. Like, our Sash is completely fine. He's probably Sash back there. Next turn, we're probably going to switch out to Gyarados. We'll get an Intimidate. It's not the end of the world. Oh, he's Orbed, so he's just going to lose it. Yeah, we take those. We definitely take those. And so really smart play to protect the Heatran there. And let's see what you're working with, because you're going to lose your Lycanroc Rock this turn, because Garchomp ain't no slouch. Like, this was one of the reasons I actually really liked Butterfree on this team, was because there's so many Earthquake users. Garchomp has Earthquake, Gyarados has Earthquake, and Butterfree is a Rage Powder sleep-inducing mon that, like, doesn't take Earthquake damage. And it has, like, redirection. Oh, it's so good. Comfey, yo, like I even care. I will definitely be switching to Gyarados this turn. So Intimidate's going to be pretty wasted. There might be a chance for me to go for, like, a Trick Room here. But, again, I'm just going to totally go for this. If you want to Trick Room and Hard Switch to Moltres, you're crazy. Because, like, you should just be Draining Kissing my Butterfree right now. Because the Triage would give you a priority Draining Kiss. It'd be pretty nice. But I'm going to Intimidate you. And then I'm going to pin you with my threatening Gyarados Aura. So let's see it. Survey says, withdraw Heat Transfer Moltres. Are you really just Trick Rooming me right now? Swags, I don't know what this one is. Survey says, Swagzyre. Okay, good thing I lost Mons Coco. There's the Draining Kiss. Alright, so if these are all of his Mons, Garchomp's going to have a great time here. Because we're going to do a lot of damage to the Comfey right now. We just got to pin the Comfey, make sure it can't set Trick Room next turn, and we should be pretty good. Is that a Keyberry? Holy moly. Keyberry Quagsire is actually pretty saucy. I've seen a lot of them recently. But yeah, we're just going to go for the Waterfall into the Comfey. And, you know, the actual Garchomp set I used to use back in the day was a Tectonic Rage set. So it had, like, Protect, Poison Jab. It had Poison Jab. I would have loved to use Poison Jab here. I can use Iron Head if I really wanted to. I think I'm just going to continue to Earthquake. I don't really know if I need it to take out the Comfey. I just hope it's not like I just hope it's not like some sort of Pinchberry Comfey if I proc the Pinchberry. See, like, that's oh my gosh, is it Pinchberry? I'm so sad if we get Trick Roomed right here. Alright, it's just Citrus. That's fine. I don't think I KO here, though. Citrus is such a weird item to see on that Pokemon, too. So he's going to be able to get his Trick Room up if he wants it. Crit on there. We take those. This is a really weak Garchomp, remember? He's going to go for a recover. This is completely fine. We are literally just going to be saving Tapu Koko to deal with that. And it's not like Grass Knot just automatically one-shots because it's 4 times super effective, but it is going to be pretty good. The good thing we have going for us here is even though he's going to get a Trick Room up, like, there's not that much he can realistically do against this board. Like, Heatran is bad here. And, like, if you're just using recovers for days, like, I'm eventually going to get in there. And remember, Quagsire ignores the defense, like, sorry, not the defense. It ignores all of the stat boosts that your opponent's Pokemon have. So, like, it's a pretty good mon. He's probably going to max it relatively soon. It's just, like, it sucks that it's really bad here. That's not going to be doing that much. I'm vested, bro. I'm invested. And let's see. If I can take out that thing this turn, pin the Heatran for next turn, we'll be in a great spot. Toxic. Yo, what a toxic guy. Quagsire is actually one of the few Pokemon that still has Toxic as like a level up move. You know, it used to be a TM and everything had it, but Quagsire is one of the few Pokemon that just still has it as like a level up move, so it's pretty good for Quagsire. Quagsire plays a lot like a Toxapex would, in my opinion. They both get Recover, they're both bulky water types. It's just that Quagsire is really hard to remove if you don't bring the right things to deal with it because of its unaware ability. And you can see it's unaware. It's not water absorbed. So, yeah, he's taking good damage. He's probably going to have to recover next turn. He's probably going to be Dynamax in that Heatran, I would say. We're probably just going to double into the Heatran and just save. We're going to wait out the Trick Room and just save Tapu Koko to 1v1 with that Quagsire. Hopefully it'll be around half health and we should be able to get the W. What I really like about this game is that I'm using an old team, right? And there hasn't been a Dynamax yet. Like, no one's Dynamaxing. And I love it. I love it. Like, I think Dynamax is such a unbalanced mechanic. You know how I've talked about it before. There's the Protect. Hey, it's smart. He's trying to wait out these Toxic turns. He's probably going to recover this turn. Yep. So you can play as patient as you want. Like, if anything, you're just waiting out your own Trick Room, which is fine for me. And I don't have to worry about, like, HP Ice. If this was old back in the day, you used to have to worry about, like, HP Ice Heatran. That would have been the scariest thing. Let's go. Big EQ energy. Garchomp Gyarados, man. It's still good. I'm using a Choice Scarf Gyarados. I think Choice Scarf Gyarados is such a cool tech set for back in the day, too. Because Choice Scarf Jolly Gyarados outsped base 130 Tapu Koko. And so if you could get any chip on them, the Waterfall would give you a free KO on their Koko. And it was such a sneaky play. You could also Earthquake them. Stone Edge was great for Zards. Ice Fang for, like, you know, Garchomps and things like that. But let's just go. Hopefully we have enough damage to deal with this Heatran here. We're about to PP out of Earthquakes, chat. And there's no chat here, but there's the wonderful people watching on YouTube. So hopefully you guys are having a pretty good day so far. Garchomp versus Quagsire, man. Kicking it old school. Feels Gen 5, man. Goes for the second Toxic. He has 2 Toxics up now. Remember, I still have a Butterfree. I still have Tapu Koko in the back. And both those Pokemon should be slower than Butterfree as well. Goes for a Flash Cannon. It's not going to do like any damage. I actually think seeing Flash Cannon Heatran is pretty nice. You don't really see Flash Cannon Heatran anymore. You really just don't see it that often. And let's see. We get the KO survey says we do. We're going to redirect. We don't even need Tapu Koko. We don't even need it. I don't think. Like, he could try and recover us out. But then, like, we eventually will bring in the Tapu Koko. And then we will get a revenge. I wonder if I should just switch out my Garchomp to reset those toxic turns, because I'll just die next turn. Yeah, I could. This is the last turn of this is the last turn, right? Of Trick Room. Yeah, I'll just switch it out for Butterfree. And so we can just go for a Sleep Powder next turn. And then we'll get our Flinch on. But I mean, you can see how Quagsire still is like a Pokemon that can actually 1v4. I'm so happy we're going to have a game that doesn't have Dynamax in it. I respect my opponent. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in that situation, like with the 4 that they brought, if they wanted to go big on the Quagsire, which wasn't even a bad play, you can see it's actually working. I just think they should have brought the... Like they lost the Lycanroc early. I think they should have brought Moltres over the Comfey. But, you know, I literally brought the correct Pokemon to beat it, too. Like, I brought the Gyarados. I brought the Garchomp. I brought all the right Mons in all the right places. And I'm going to Sleep Powder this Quagsire and we're going to win. I'm going to Sleep Powder this Quagsire and we're going to win. And I'm going to flinch it. Yeah, let's go. Sleeps up. Yeet. And that's one thing that's good about Butterfree. Like, I always compare Butterfree to, like, Smeargle, right? But Butterfree's like a Smeargle that's, like, still fast, right? But also has, like, flying typing. So, like, you can use ground type attacks with it. It's just so good. It's just such a good Pokemon. And, yeah, let's just win the game. How about we just win the game? Are you a Dynamax, Chi? Nope. He's gonna try. He's gonna try and wake up. Survey says, is that a crit? Hurricane. Oh, Butterfree with the finishing blow. Yo, I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way as to finish it off with Butterfree. You love to see it. Oh, I just love it when a plan comes together. I love it. That's actually such a cool team. Like, Zard, Torkoal, Whimsicott, Mamoswine, Zapdos, and a Scizor. Yo, I love this. I think this is so saucy. How do I want to deal with it? It's Raichu time. We're going to go Raichu. Raichu's going to be busting out the tech. We need to be able to fake out that Whimsicott. So we're going to go Raichu for sure. And then we need to bring some Mons that can pin the rest of those. I think, like, Raichu Koko is actually just really nice here. We're going to struggle with Mamoswine, but I think we have, like, really good switch-ins, like Gyarados in the back, to switch in and mitigate a lot of that. And then I think you still want Garchomp. I just think Garchomp, I know there's a Mamoswine there, but, like, if we use Gyarados correctly, we should be fine. I don't think we really want Lele as much. I know there's Bullet Punch potential, but, like, Garchomp's good versus Zard. Garchomp's good versus, like, all of those things. It's good versus the Zapdos. Like, I think Garchomp's really, really solid here. And I don't really want to bring Butterfree if I'm having to, like, set the electric terrain early. So let's go Koko Raichu. Kick it a little bit old school. Just a little bit. I wonder if they're going to max if they lead Mamoswine. They have to be bringing Mamoswine here. Like, Garchomp, Koko Raichu, you got to do it. Let's see it. Don't get flung. Don't Dynamax it. Like, I was talking about, like, how Dynamax makes it makes it like this type of team comp is just so hard to use because we rely so much on fake outs, on flings. We talked about it in the last game, like the opponent didn't Dynamax, and we were able to kind of have our way with it. There's the Mamoswine right off the bat. You hate to see it, but I think we're going to be okay. Let's see, though. So Electric Surge is up. See, I want to be able to get this Whimsicott off the board, but I don't think a Specs Thunderbolt does it. I really don't. And I think he is maxing. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be maxing it up. Do I actually just want to go for the Knot? Or should I just hard switch into Gyarados and let him have his way? Because Gyarados is still super good here, and we still actually outspeed him forever. It would lose me my Koko. But I think he's going after the Raichu. Let's just go for the Grass Knot. Let's see if he maxes. Oh, no, max, we take those. Yo, you're about to be taking some damage, Chief. About to be taking some damage. Damage. He could have totally maxed. Yo! Oh my gosh, yo! We just one-shotted a Mamoswine with the Tapu Koko. Give me that critical hit. Choice specs, yo. A little bit lucky right there. You're never going to see that happen again. Oh my gosh, what a value turn. And now I can fling things. He's going to max it. Oh, it's Torkoal. What? Bruh. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Torkoal. I'm definitely going to be Rising Forcing. That Torkoal, he's about to be a big sad. Rising Force in the terrain. Yes. I think we're just going to switch in Garchomp. Garchomp's a great switch in here. Because we need to reset. The Torkoal doesn't want to... Sorry, my Koko does not just want to stick on this board and use that move. I don't really care what he does. I wonder if he's going to try and Trick Room me. Like, Protect Torkoal Trick Room would be kind of hard. Good thing we have a Garchomp. He's protecting the Torkoal. Is he Trick Rooming? Am I the best player at being able to read this you've ever seen in your life? Rising Voltage, you can get blocked. That's fine. Trick Room. Oh, I'm so good. How many of you guys would have saw that coming? I mean, I respected the Torkoal, right? You know, that's our newest emote. We respect Torkoal in this house. We also switched into Garchomp correctly. So it's like, I think I did the right play. I think I am just going to switch out the Raichu for Gyarados. It should definitely be able to soak a lot of damage here. And we're probably going to be maxing our Garchomp this turn. The Mamoswine's gone. Like, what do I have to fear? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Say it again. I kind of want to Rock Fall. Do I need to Rock Fall or should I EQ? I think I'll go for the Quake. It's fine. I have the Rock Fall for the Zard when he comes out. He's going to be really surprised when his Zard's like faster than my Garchomp in his Trick Room because we're using a really bulky Chomp. But yeah, we're totally fine here. Intimidate's relatively wasted here. We're just doing this to soak a little bit of damage. And let us see. Survey says you're not maxing. Probably going for the big Eruption. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a fake Tears play, but it's probably like a Moonblast Eruption. And if I didn't max my Chomp, I might be in a little bit of a pickle if he got like double crits. But I did. And I'm holding Assault Vest. And I'm Garchomp. So I'm as thick as I'm going to get. This is going to tickle. Burning Jealousy. Not bad. Not bad. I don't know what he thought was going to happen. But hopefully this KOs. That looks like Torkoal could be like a big wall Torkoal. Yeah, I'm not very surprised it doesn't KO, but like we're not a sweeper, you know. We are a wall, and it's a Torkoal, the best Pokemon in the game. But look at this tickle. You literally tickle. All right, so let's think about what we want to do. Burning Jealousy is pretty weak, but we have like Koko Raichu in the back. I think actually, I know that like this is a hard one. I think I'm actually just going to Ice Fang because, like, what could he have in the back? It's either Zard. It's either... Because remember, we're Choice Scarf. We're locking in here. So, he could have Scizor, right? I don't really want to Waterfall that. It's in the sun. He could have Zapdos or Charizard. And it's probably the Zapdos. I think we're going to lock ourselves into the Ice Fang because it could KO the Whim right here. And we can use this turn to start, you know, setting the weather against the Torkoal. Or even going for, like, defense boosts. I think that's probably a better idea to go for the defense boosts. And Ice Fang should be able to take out the Whim. Taunt, go for it. I mean, if you got nothing else to do, that's all on you. So if there's the Yawn. Okay. Yeah, this Torkoal's super thick. But Ice Fang, I think, was the right lock-in. Hopefully I hit my Ice Fang. I have been known to miss Ice Fang before. We get a defense boost here. So Garchomp's sitting at +1 specialty, +1 defense. He has not Dynamaxed. But his Trick Room is starting to run out. And like I said, I really hope that I do get the KO here. Survey says Gyarados. There we go. Oh, never lucky. Never lucky. I think it's fine, though. That Whimsicott's, like, kind of garbage. I can probably just go for a Rock Fall on my last turn of Chomp, which sends out Charizard. That's just Charizard, right? Yeah, there it is. Has to be. Couldn't be. Then who? Let's actually just switch in Koko again. We just want to get our Gyarados unyawned. And we're actually just going to go for a Rock Fall. And we should be okay. We underspeed that Charizard in the Trick Room that he set. This is what he wanted. And we should be able to actually KO the Whimsicott with the chip damage from Sand. It looks like it might go down from it. But let's see. He could just max guard the Zard and try and get something done. And then I'll just save my Gyarados till after the Trick Room, after the sun, and be able to Waterfall everything with our Choice Scarf Gyarados, busting out the 2017 tech. Now, Garchomp is such a cool Pokemon. One of, if not the coolest Pokemon ever made, hands down. You heard it here first. So let's go. Let's go, Koko. Let's go. He's maxing it. But are you max guarding? Are you taking your guard to the max? That's the real question. I still think that, like, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise, the starters, have, like, the best, like, max options. Those dots that they put are, like, game-winning things in themselves. You see me play max Charizard so many times. Yeah, we're slower than him. And, like, I will fodder the Zard turn 1 in a specific matchups to, like, get the dot up. And I'm like, I don't even care if you kill the Zard. I'm going to do more damage to your team than you're going to do with me. You're going to do to me with your max. Just doing the damage over time from the Wildfire dot. But we take it out. He really thought that our Garchomp would be fast. And so he Trick Roomed. But our Garchomp is not fast. It's a wall. And we should be able to take out this Whimsicott with a Sandstorm. It's going to be hilarious. Let's go. Sandstorm. Frame perfect. Wombo combo. That ain't Falco. Yo, we take the wins. We take those wins. And you'll love to see it. It's always a good time when you use Garchomp. Alright, so our last game looks to be like it's up against a real team. Like a real team. Like Coldfold's still good. Redirections, multiple fake outs, Urshifu. I like this. How can we actually defeat a real player? I know how. I'll do it. I'll show you what I'm working with here. I really like this team because we can go for like Koko Raichu. We can also go for like Lele Raichu and go for Expanding Force. I think it's super nice. I think I will bring the Lele because I think we will have the speed control to do whatever we want. Dark Urshifu is going to be a jerk, but that's fine. And then we need one Mon in the back to win us the game. And it's probably going to be Garchomp just because it's so good versus Coldfold. I could also just lead like Garchomp Gyarados here, I think. I think I could definitely get away with that. But I think having the Lele to block fake outs for the like most of the game is going to be super pivotal. And we'll see. Lele, it's Lele that's the weird matchup here. I feel like Gyarados would be really nice to have. I think Lele just does a lot of damage, though. I'll keep it. Alright, so the way that we're going to win this game, right, I'm going to fling that Dragapult, and I'm faster than he is. I'm going to flinch him, and I'm going to Dazzling Gleam, and I'm going to KO the Pult on the first turn with Koko Raichu. And he's not going to see this coming. He's going to be like, I have my Sash, I outspeed Koko, like, I'm golden. And he's not leading with that. That's fine. That's fine. We don't even have our train. I don't even need it now. I don't even need the train. I guess he thought we were leading with the Garchomp play, which is still a really good play. I think we're probably just going to trade Fake Outs for the most part. Yeah, I think we're going to fake out the Rillaboom. Should I fake out the Rillaboom? Because, like, I'd rather fake out the Rillaboom than need, like, the Grassy Surge. The Grassy Glide. He has his train up, though. It's really nice for him. I think I could also... I think I'm just going to hard switch in the Lele and go for an Expanding Force. It's going to do a lot to that Rillaboom, and we can potentially flinch it, so that's saucy. So switch in the Lele, take away his terrain, and go for the massive Expanding Force. I could also go for the... I think it's better to go for damage on the Rillaboom to stick. Yeah, this is probably better. Let's go! Hopefully he's not maxing the Rillaboom. If he is, I think we still have, like, good Mons in the back. Like, we'll still have a Lele, which outspeeds, depending on who he hits. Like, we're going to have one of these guys regardless. And we've got the shiny Event Lele. And let's see what he goes for. No max, please. Awesome. Fake out. Who are you actually fake outing? He's fake outing the Lele slot. That was good. Expanding Force. So he's actually... Is he going for a Grassy Glide? Is he going for a fake out? Like Grassy Glide? It's a lot of damage. Vested set looks like. And Grassy Glide. Cool. Well, we're in a good spot. That's great. So I actually did the perfect play. We're actually still going to be alive here. And now we're able to go for like some big damage. Because we got an orb. I think we're just going to Moonblast here. And keep Expanding Force. Make so it's really hard for him to switch in on this. And then we'll lose the Lele, and I think that's okay. Because we have him really pinned right here. He could totally max, but I think if you max one of these guys, you're in for a bad time. We should be able to kill the Rillaboom here. It just does so much damage. Yep, awesome. And then this Moonblast is going to do a lot to the Incineroar. He can totally get a KO on like any of these mons. He's probably going to go for like a Snarl. I don't think that's the end of the world. Alright, that is deceptively bulky. Alright, that must be where his vest is. I thought the Rillaboom might be the one that was vested, but like it has to be the Incineroar that's vested. Alright, and we have Koko. I think Koko is a good play. I think we have to bring Koko out here. What's he going to bring out? Pult? Do I care about Pult? Not really. I'm just gonna I'll bring my Chomp out then. Yeah, I had to get that Incineroar off the board. That thing is way too big right now. And I don't have to worry about like we can trade with a Dragapult pretty well. What is this Pokemon? Survey says oh my goodness, yo, not today, Chief. Yo, where are you looking? Let me actually think about what I want to do here. I think I'm actually just gonna max Quake the Incineroar. And, I mean, I could just switch it up and Focus Blast if I wanted. This will KO that Incineroar, I'm pretty sure. And I'll just Expanding Force to make it so if he decides to switch in a Dragapult, we'll be in a really good spot. I mean, you know his last mon's Dragapult, right? It has to be. He's probably fishing for a Protect here to make it so, like, all max and proc his weakness policy, but I don't want to do that. I'm actually just ignoring it. Like, what's it going to do to a vested Garchomp that's gaining more special V points? Like, Garchomp is so freaking thick. Like, any team that ever wants to use fire types, like Sun teams, Colossal teams, every team, like, Garchomp will never die. Let's see what he goes for. He's maxing it. That's totally fine. This Expanding Force is still going to do decent damage. We're at -1 now, but it's going to be decent chip. I almost want to say I hope he hits our Raichu. Kind of, you know? Because, like, yeah, we'll see. Because Raichu's not that useful. I mean, actually, Raichu can be useful now, I guess. It's kind of hard to say. Now, let's see, though. I'd love to get that Incineroar off the board. Yeah, it's a decent chip, I'll say. And the Quakes are up. You know I'm hitting that Incineroar, G. I really thought he was going to, like, just Protect and go for, like, a parting shot into the Pult. And so that's why we had to get that Incineroar off the board. Didn't want him, like, fishing for a Policy Proc and lowering my stats at the same time. But let's see what he sends out. I'm probably going to have to switch that Koko in, like, now, unless I'm dead. Overgrowth. Cool. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Anything. He's actually going to, like, heal me from what... That's his Maxmon, guys. That's how bulky our Garchomp is. That's how bulky our boy is. Show me that Dragapult back there. Show it to me. It'd be such a flex to, like, switch out my Maxmon to, like, fling his Dragapult. Like, switch out my Garchomp for the Electric Train to flex, like, oh, I could still do it. I could still do it. But it'd be a massive flex. Oh, it's Urshifu, okay. Alright, he doesn't have it. Alright, I guess that's a Dark Urshifu, right? I almost thought that might be, like, water. Oh, it is water, okay. Alright, so we can definitely go for the Aqua Jet. I don't really care, though. I'm gonna hit it with the Quake. And I'm gonna go for the Expanding Force. Oh. Yeah, expand. There's no terrain right now. Oh, I forgot to put the Fling on here. The whole time I've been using Fling, I forgot to put Fling on here. The whole time I'm using King Shark, I forgot to put Fling. You know, it's hilarious. Let's see. Expanding Force is an 80, so we're just gonna go for it. I thought that was weird. I had, like, Focus Blast. I was like, yeah, I gotta Fling things. But, like, I don't even have Fling somehow. Alright, so we're at -1. How much damage can we actually get done here? That's a good chunk. That would have KO'd if I wasn't snarled. Surging Strikes. Yeah, go for it. Oh, just hit my Chomp. Yo. You're about to just get KO'd by the Rough Skin, bro. Bruh. Garchomp's too thick. This is hilarious. This reminds me of, so I used to play, like, I never really did Nuzlocke, right? But I had a roommate in college, and when we played through Gen 5, what we would do is we would battle ourselves, like, all right, every 10 levels we'll have a battle, our teams versus each other. And we were really big singles players in Gen 4. We played pretty competitive. And I remember it came down one time to my Weezing versus his, like, Chinchino thing. And I was at, like, 60%, and he thought he had me. And he went for the tail slap, and he hit my Weezing, and I had a Rocky helmet. And just, he kept hitting himself, because that thing has Technician. And he kept, not Technician, it has a, what is that freaking ability? Skill Link. And so he hit 5 times. On the 4th one, he killed himself thanks to the recoil. And that just was very reminiscent of that, jogging my memory a little bit. But you know what? That was a great old rundown memory lane. It looks like this team can still actually do stuff, but, you know, I always want to say, when you prepare for a regional, you know, that should take you a couple months worth of, like, team building, tweaking, testing. You might even know the 6 Pokemon you want to use at the regional at the start, like a few months before the regional, but tweaking their EV spreads, tweaking their movesets, tweaking literally everything about even the team preview phase, putting the finishing touches on a team that can actually make it good. That's really hard to do, and I think that's personally where the most fun for Pokemon is for me. So it's cool to see that this team still does well. If you guys want to see me use other teams that I've actually taken to regionals, let me know. I know that there was a lot of Pokemon that came back in the Crown Tundra, so like I could use some 2013 teams, I could use some 2014 teams, some 2018 teams, and if you guys want to see some of the golden oldies still pack a punch, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.